23, a psychological thriller starring Jim Carrey. I'm going to give you a little quick fact, or a little story, life story. I was getting my hair thinned out one day, and it was the same day I saw the number 23, the movie, and the trailer. And when I was done, actually, I was telling the barber who was cutting my hair the story of the number 23, the plot of it. I read the summary. So I was telling this barber the same summary. And when I was done at the barber's, it was time for me to pay for the time. And she said, "All right, that's $23. And we looked at each other and I said, "Are you serious? Just gotta tell you, you know." Anyway, the trailer for the number 23. Here's a little word of advice. I've seen both the movie and the trailer. Don't watch the trailer, okay? You watch the movie after watching the trailer, you're going to be like, what a disappointment. I was expecting it to be a big, scary movie. Well, let's just say it's more of a psychological thriller than a horror film. Because the way the trailer depicts the movie or portrays the film is like a horror film. And it's meant to scare you. Like most horror film trailers, it ends with a jump scare. And then you watch the movie and you're like, the trailer depicted the whole movie as being a horror film. This doesn't seem like a horror film to me. Well, it's a psychological thriller, and that's all I can say. The trailer pretty much tells you the whole plot of the number 23. In fact, another story I want to share is that I remember when my mentor at the time told me about the number 23. He saw it, and he said, "It's pretty scary, dude." And so I was like, "What's it about?" We were in the theater, and right next to us, we were in line to get tickets, and right beside us happens to be the poster for the number 23. And he points to the poster. Jim Carrey's on the front cover. He's like, "It's about this guy who finds this book, reads it, and he thinks it's about him." And then he just goes crazy. One thing I like about the number 23, though, I'll tell you what, I'll review this movie soon. But I want to say, I like the number 23 because it's an original psychological drama. And it's really, basically it's just the whole point about the originality and Jim Carrey as a serious actor. Come on, get Jim Carrey in more serious movies. I like him in comedy, I grew up with him in comedy, but I never quite saw him much of as a serious actor. There's The Man on the Moon and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I mean, there's a whole bunch of serious films that star Jim Carrey. Some of us are focused more on his comedy than his serious acting, but I think that his best serious film of all time so far is the number 23. And I actually don't mind the number 23. I'll tell you that in a review.